Hello friends, welcome to Creator-Based Software Training Center. Let us discuss about drive with resources and multi-cache block. As part of 1.7 version, in exception handling, the following two concepts were introduced. Drive with resources, the other one multi-cache block. Let us understand drive with resources. Until 1.6 version, it is highly recommended to write finally block to close the resources which are open as part of the try block. Whatever resources we are opening as part of try block, we are supposed to close it in finally. This is still 1.6 version. Like buffered reader br equal to null in 1.6 version. We have taken br is equal to new buffered reader, new file reader input.txt, and we will be writing some handling code within the cache block. And finally, if br not equal to null, we are closing that br buffered reader. Okay. The problems in the above approach are: compulsory programmer needs to close the resources inside finally block, and it increases complexity of the programming, right? Whatever resources we are opening as part of try block, we are supposed to close it in finally block. We have to write finally block compulsory, and hence it increases the length of the code and reduces readability. So, in order to overcome the above problem, some people introduce try with resources in 1.7 version. The main advantage of try with resources is whatever resources we open as part of try block will be closed automatically once control reaches end of try block, either normally or abnormally. Hence, we need not close explicitly, thereby reducing complexity. So, we need not write finally block, so that length of the code will be reduced and readability will be improved. What did some people did in 1.7 version? So, in the 1.6 version, whatever resources we are opening as part of try block, we are supposed to close it by writing finally, and we need to close it, right? In 1.7 version, we can write whatever resources we are opening, we can write those resources like this, following this syntax, and we need not close it. Like, see, the main advantage of try with resources is whatever resources we open as part of try block will be closed automatically. In 1.7 version, these resources will be closed automatically. We need not write a finally block to close it, right? And here, like, we have opened a resource saying buffered reader br is equal to new buffered reader, new file reader input.txt, and whatever corresponding code related to like input.txt, you write that code here. Br will be closed automatically once control reaches end of try block, either normally or abnormally, and we are not responsible to close explicitly, right? In 1.7 version, whatever resources we are trying to use, we can write that particular resources using this syntax, and we need not close it explicitly. Automatically those resources will be closed. See, we can declare multiple resources, but these resources should be separated with semicolon, like resource 1 semicolon, resource 2 semicolon, resource 3, and so on. Example: try file writer fw is equal to new file writer output.txt semicolon, file reader fr is equal to new file reader input.txt. This is the syntax. Okay, all resources should be autoclosable resources. A resource is said to be autoclosable if and only if corresponding resource class implements java.lang.autoclosable interface. All IO related resources, database related resources, and network related resources are already implemented as autoclosable interface. Being a programmer, we are not required to do anything. This is just for our information. Okay, this is only for our information. Autoclosable interface came in 1.7 version and contains only one method called close. Autoclosable interface will be having this method. this will take care of closing all the resources. This auto closable interface will take care of closing all the resources, okay, opened as part of the try. Try resource 1, resource 2, resource 3. Resources should be of type auto closable. Resources should implement java.lang.auto closable. All resource reference variables are implicitly final, and hence within try block we cannot perform reassignment, otherwise we will get compile time error. See, all the resource reference variables are implicitly final, so we cannot reassign them. Consider this example. I have taken this example called class try with resource reassignment is a class name. I have taken that class. What I did is I have taken this public static void main throws exception. Try buffered reader br is equal to new buffered reader new file reader input.txt. I have taken this resource, and then within the try block again I am trying to reassign some new buffered reader new file reader output.txt to the same variable. This will throw an error saying auto closable resource br may not be assigned, right, because this is final. Br, once a resource is assigned, that is final, we cannot do the reassignment, okay. This will give you this error. Let us execute this program. This is the program. What I am trying to do is reassign this one to the new file. See, let me compile this program. See, it will throw an error saying auto closable resource br may not be assigned because br is already final, okay. Try with resources. Let us consider another example. This time I have taken two resources. File writer fw is equal to new file writer output.txt, file reader fr is equal to new file reader input.txt. I am trying to print two statements, okay. I have taken two resources, okay. Let us run this one. Compiled fine. Let us run it. See, it got executed. This is the way of writing resources, okay. From 1.7 version we can use the resources like this, and we didn't use even the catch, right, and we didn't even use finally. This is the benefit benefit from 1.7 version. We can use the resources like this, and this is the syntax, and there is no headache of writing finally block to close the resources, okay. Until 1.6 version try should be associated with either catch or finally, but from 1.7 version onwards we can take only try without catch or finally. See, in 1.6 version try without catch or finally is invalid, and try in finally this is valid, but we need to close any open connections in finally. If there is any connections open in as part of try block, we are supposed to close those connections in finally. In 1.7 version any open connections will be automatically closed, no need of finally block. The main advantage of try with resources is we are not required to write finally block explicitly, because we need not close resources explicitly. That will be taken care of. Next topic, let us try to understand multi catch block. Until 1.6 version, even though multiple different exceptions have having same handling code, for every exception type we have to write a separate catch block. It increases the length of the code and reduces readability. Consider this example. Supposing there is a try, I have written this catch arithmetic exception E, and there is a particular handling code like e.print stack trace handling code 1, and catch IO exception is also handling the same handling code e.print stack trace. Another exception null pointer exception E, and this is having another handling code system.out.print e.get message. Interrupted exception is also having similar code as handling code 2. So, here in this example there are two exceptions with same handling code. For arithmetic exception and IO exception we are having same handling code, and for null pointer exception and interrupted exception we are having same handling code. So, to overcome this problem, some people introduce multi catch block in 1.7 version. According to this, we can write single catch block that can handle multiple different types of exception. What we can do? We can write the above code in this fashion. Catch, because both arithmetic exception and IO exception are handling using the same handling code e.print stack trace, and null pointer exception and interrupted exception are using same handling code system.out.print e.get message. So, we can use the exception by using a separator or arithmetic exception or IO exception. Write this handling code. Null pointer exception or interrupted exception E is this code. The main advantage of this approach is length of the code will be reduced and readability will be improved. So, I have taken this example to make you understand. Public static void main, I have taken this arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, because divide by 0 is arithmetic exception. S equal to null, s dot length will throw in null pointer exception. Let me execute this program. So, this is the program. Let me uncomment that. So, initially this line will be executed, will be getting arithmetic exception. No compile time error. Let me run it. See, we got arithmetic exception, right? Divide by 0. Let me comment this. Single catch should work for both the exception. Now, I am trying to throw the null pointer exception. Now, let us compile again. Run it again. See, java.lang.null pointer exception. So, single catch block worked for multiple exceptions. So, in the above example, if exception raised is either arithmetic exception or null pointer exception, the same catch block can listen or respond, right? There is an important note to remember. In multi catch block, there should not be any exception between there should not be any relation between exception types like child to parent, parent to child or same type. Here consider this example. In this one, exception class is the parent class of this arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception is the child class of exception class. We have a parent child relationship. This will not work. This will give you an error. Alternatives in multi catch statement cannot be related by subclassing. Okay. This is all about like try with resources and multi catch block. With this, we complete exception handling. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit bell icon Also like, comment and share. See you next time.